Hi there, this is Vivian. All right, I trust that all of you are well, and I'm experimenting on this, so forgive me if it's not that great quality. All right, so I don't know, is somebody sending a message? All right, okay, something new to do. I can't see anything because my eyesight is without my glasses. Anyway, what I came out to do is to share something very practical. So those of you who have never exercised before, you can try and join me in doing this simple exercise and why you need to do this and what's the importance of doing it. Okay, the first thing is, if you never exercised before, you can certainly do this even if you're in a wheelchair. All right, so you sit up tall and vertical. When you sit up tall and vertical, I need you to find your sit bone, yung tumbong mo, okay? So find your sit bone, touch it, and then when you sit down on a chair, try to sit right on top of that. If you're sitting right on top of your sit bone, then check out your posture. You are in perfect vertical alignment. This is the neutral sitting posture, which is great, okay? When you're sitting neutral, it is the most strongest and most efficient position of your body. So, least energy required, all right? Now, so many young folks or even older folks wants to sit like this all the time, leaning away, watching TV this way. So what happens is that they will lose the tone of their lower back. When they lose the tone of their lower back, well, you will be a candidate for low back pain. And another thing is, when people sit down, they sit down like the slump. So they're sitting at the back of their sit bone, okay? When you sit at the back of the sit bone, you're promoting long lumbar erector spinae. The muscles of the low back becomes long and it loses its tone and its strength. Okay, now, on the other hand, some people are sitting always like this, okay? Those are the tight hip flexors, those are the lordotic. They're always sitting in front of their sit bone, so that those people who sit like this, their pelvic floor in the front is tight. Their pelvic floor in the back is wide open. On the other hand, if you sit upright and neutral, it's balanced. Front and back sit bones and pelvic floor are balanced, but if you're always to the back, okay, then the posterior end of your pelvic floor is tight, and the front side of your pelvic floor is wide. Okay, so what does that got to do with my perfect posture? Well, a lot. Okay, your pelvic floor and your core muscles are the ones that will give you support and strength to carry the weight of your upper and lower body. So, sit down like this with your feet flat on the floor. It's important. Why? To have your feet flat on the floor to close the chain, to become more efficient in your movement when you're sitting down. So, I want you to imagine this pelvis is a wheel. You're rolling back and rolling forward. So many people, when they do this exercise, they don't move their bones. Okay? They what? They hinge back. Okay? Masakit dito. So, they are, instead of lengthening the lower back to give space for your blood to flow in, to lubricate your spine, they even strangle it by hyperextending. They don't know how to roll the pelvis back. All right? So, easy, but sometimes not clear how they do it, because I've never done it before. By imagination that this is a wheel and you're rolling back. So you're rolling the pelvis, the buto, and then come back up. So exhale, breathe out. So the pelvic floor in front is tightening, okay? And the pelvic floor at the back is widening. And then then come back in. Exhale, roll back, scoop the belly, and then up. Now, with your fist, I'm going to face the belly, okay? So, I have sunlight in my face. Put your fist on your belly. Exhale, roll back, scoop the belly out. Whew. Inhale, come back in. So, it's like somebody's punching you in the belly so that the rib and the pelvis come closer together. Exhale. Inhale, come back. Exhale, roll back. Scoop the belly. Woohoo! Inhale, come back up. Just this simple movement will release any tension on the lower back. Simple, easy to do movement. Exhale, roll back. Scoop the belly. And inhale, roll back up. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, roll back up. So just like moving forward and hinging back, that's a different thing. Hinging is not opening the lumbar. Hinging is even tightening the lumbar spine. Okay? Now, if you can hold on, if you can't do it by just moving your body like this, you can even hold your thigh. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, scoop the belly, round the spine, like a letter C. Inhale, stay. Exhale, come back up. Another thing that I've noticed with my clients, or just watching people how they do it, they elevate the shoulder up. Okay? They round up. Why? Add something to that. You must be aware of what you do to your body. If you're not aware of your habits, how can you change that habit? All right, so inhale, exhale, roll back. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, come back up. So hold your thigh. Exhale. Okay, so pretend you have a ball or even a coin clipping at the back of your armpit. Depress it when you roll back. Inhale, come back up. So the teacher who's teaching you, if there are many of you, they can put something in between the armpit to depress it, to roll back, to remind you that you need to drop your shoulder. And when you do that, do you know what happens? When you drop your shoulders down, do you know that your ribs goes down? Do you know that your sternum goes down? And then you add tension into the obliques. Exhale. So you're tightening your obliques by just pressing the shoulder blades down. Inhale, come back up. Okay? Exhale, roll back, scoop. Inhale, roll back up. Exhale, roll back, breathe. And that's another thing. People forget to breathe. Exhale. Holding your breath increases tension in your body. How many of you knows how to release stress in your body? Exhale, roll back, scoop the belly. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, roll back. This exercise is great for people like me who have lordosis. You know what lordosis means? Hyperextension of the lumbar spine, okay? And very tight hip flexor. So when I'm rolling back, I'm elongating my lumbar, opening my hip flexor, and up. And since I'm lordotic, my obliques are kind of weak and long. So doing this, while I'm rolling back, I'm actually shortening my obliques. Plus, I'm adding the depression of my shoulder blades, increases the tension I'm creating in my abdominal wall. Inhale, come back up. So how many of you thinks about what's going on in their flesh, in their body when they're moving? They just swing the body mindlessly. That's why you don't get the effect. There's no concentration, no focus on what you're trying to do. Always ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why do I have to do this movement? Is that doing anything for me? So these are the things, simple, easy things that you need to ponder on, that a good teacher will give you. And talking about teachers, are you paying a lot of money for your exercise teachers? Or is it because of pandemic, you're just doing it online and they cannot correct you? That's not an excuse. All right? So you need to make sure that the teacher you're hiring is qualified to do what they're trying to do for you. Ask their certification. What certification have you done? What is your qualification that you're teaching me this? Ask them. All right? So is their qualification and their experience matching what they're charging? So of course everybody will have to charge because that's the way of making a living, right? Exhale. Inhale, come back up. Again. All right. Blowing, breathing is very important. I want you to experiment. Just sit down like this and follow me with 3 kinds of sound that comes out of your mouth when you're breathing. Okay, so we will inhale through the nose. We will exhale through the mouth. Okay, like you're blowing a birthday candle. And not blowing the icing of the candle. Okay, so we're just blowing through the mouth with pursed lips like Marilyn Monroe. Okay, so take a breath, expand your rib cage, exhale, breathe out to your mouth like you're blowing through a straw. All right, and you are tightening your waist belt. Okay, so experiment with me. Put your hands right around your rib cage. Okay? Imagine your rib cage is an accordion. Every time you breathe, is it opening up? Every time you exhale, is it drawing down and in? So touch. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, is it going down and in? So this is the function of the breath. Inhale, when we breathe in, our diaphragm goes down, our lungs expand, and on the exhale, our diaphragm goes up and the lungs deflates. All right, so inhale, breathe like an accordion, and exhale back down. So the focus of the breath will be lateral, posterior, and not breathing forward and back. Inhale, lumalobo yung chan, no? Okay, there will be some air going to the front, remember? But not the whole air is in the front of you, okay? Because we have bones around the side of the rib and the back, and there's no bone here except flesh. This is the very easy access for breathing because there's no bone to pull it in. Now, but the thing is we need to expand that rib. So, how do you do that? All right, mindfulness. This is what you can do. All right, let's experiment on one side of your rib. Okay? So, lift this arm up. My left arm is up. My right hand is here. I'm going to tap my rib. Tap my rib. Just tap. Are you doing it? Okay, just tap. Okay. Keep tapping or just tapping here. Okay, on only one side. Okay? Stop. Now, I want you to touch the one that you tapped. And I want you to touch the other side that you have not tapped. Now, breathe. Inhale. Exhale. You can see from the camera where my breath is going. Inhale. Exhale. If you did that, you will experience the same thing. What did I do? I just tapped it. Okay? And down. So I'm driving my air to the lateral side of my body because I stimulated the fascial neurons endings in this side of my ribs. So now my nerve endings is talking to my brain, and my brain is telling my ribs to open up and exhale. Now, of course, you don't want to be lopsided. Yeah, let's tap the other side. Let's tap the other side. Okay, and you can even have sounds like this. Ah, this is actually a diaphragm exercise. Di ba ganyan ang ginagawa sa mga tao may asthma? Totoo yan. It's very true because it stimulates the nerve endings and it will open up those communication line between your rib cage and your brain. Now, let's see. Touch. Breathe in. Inhale. Exhale. Now, both are expanding. Isn't it great? Inhale. Exhale. Whew. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Whew. Now, how was the breath? Did it help you breathe better? Or was it restricted? Or were your shoulders lifting up? That's another story. If you're the type that breathes through the neck and shoulders, you are a secondary breather, secondary accessory muscles breather. So breathing through the neck and shoulders are the accessory muscles of breath. What's that? Accessory muscles should only be recruited when you're huffing and puffing right after running. You should not be breathing here to the neck and shoulders when you're relaxed. See that? So your muscle recruitment is in the wrong side of the body. That's why you need to retrain your body in breathing well. When you know how to breathe well, you can discard stress very fast. Yeah, you can maintain saneness in this crazy world. You can attain your youth and your happiness when you know how to breathe. Yeah, breathing is everything. So, with these simple exercises, I hope you got something out of what I wanted to share. And we will do more maybe in the next future and share with you simple tips. Now, if you're interested to become a Pilates teacher, well, I am the one and only instructor trainer in the Philippines, and people from Asia and other countries come to me to be trained. And on the other hand, if you're just an exercise or fitness enthusiast that wants to get exercise, well, you can also join me, and if I have free time, I can hook you up with an appointment. So if you need some how to get connected, just leave me a message in my Instagram, and I would love to get a hold of you. And my expertise is for people who really needs how to move. Make life simple. Make your life happy. Move that body. Ciao. See ya. Bye. She doesn't know how to do it. I don't know also. All right, how do we close this? Close it. Live exhale. Ayun.